Good morning. What's going on, fam? This your main man, KCFL, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, here to give you what I thought about AEW Dynamite. It was decent. The two talking points is obviously the main event segment with, well, you could consider, even though it wasn't the main event segment, but it's involving the main event matchup that's going to take place at Forbidden Door. That is Swerve Strickland and Will Osprey. These two went head to head, mouth to mouth, and when I mean mouth to mouth, I'm talking about promo to promo. So if you understand what I'm saying, get your head out the gutter. I thought it was a solid promo. Cats is getting real. This is some personal stuff, man. The line of the whole promo was Will Osprey basically telling that man, you had a clown group called Hit Row, and I had a hit list. I said, listen, the whole thing is Swerve don't think Will Osprey is on his level. He may be a killer in the ring. I mean, he may be one of the best wrestlers in the ring, but he ain't on his level. So, and he's taking it like it's some kind of joke or whatever. And so he said, every time you do something, he said, you always need the help of the doggone Don Callis family. Now, they was watching the whole promo. They was standing right there. So, now, for me, I'm still going out on the limb that it's going to end in a garbage draw. Because, again, TK, you got these are two of your top draws right here. Two of the top. And you know he loved himself some Will Osprey. So, and he is the international champion right now. So, I tell y'all all the time, I do not like champions getting pinned in non-title matches when your championship is not on the line. Now, Swerve's title was on the line, but his is not. But again, all pro wrestling nowadays, champions get pinned left and right. It don't matter what company it is. So, I'm like, it is what it is on that. But it's either the Don Callis family is going to be the reason why he doesn't win, or they're going to be the reason why it ends in a draw. And like I say, the whole deal is them just getting as personal as possible they can, because Swerve actually mentioned his family. And when you mention that boy family, that's like some triggering. Like Will Ospreay got instantly triggered. He got instantly triggered. Like, oh, okay. Like, all right, like, you want to go there, fool? All right, I got you. I got your number. I'll see you behind the doggone Forbidden Door. We opened the show. MJF still got it. Him and Rush beat the snot out of each other. I mean, they tore each other up. They tore. I'm like, listen, MJF is getting back into things. Everybody want that man to be thrown. I'm like, he's working his way back up to the top. And we know where things are going because of what happened on later in the show. They had a 8-man tag team match with basically half the cast that's going to be in the ladder match for the TNT Championship. So I want to say the good guys won. I think the good guys won. So afterwards, all the evil guys started beating the brakes off of everybody. So everybody getting jumped. Here comes MJF and Will Osprey come to the rescue to get rid of everybody out the ring. And after that, they both bumped into each other and looked at each other. Tony Khan basically getting ready to blow his lid, because you know TK can't help himself. Somewhere down the line, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting Will Osprey versus MJF. You do know that's going down. You know TK can't. I'm telling you, TK is the king of matchmaking. When it comes to matchmaking, that's Tony Khan's. That's his bread and butter. Like I say, he may struggle when it comes to telling stories, but I'm telling you, putting together matches, that's all that fool know. So you know he's somewhere getting hard because he got MJF and Will Osprey in the doggone ring. I'm like, look, man, we got to get there. I'm not ready for that yet, but we are going to get there. But they teased it heavy, especially with this Owen Hart Cup thing that's around the corner, with all the qualification matches that's taking place and everything. There is so much going on. The ladies, you had the contract signing between Mina and Tony Storm, and Mariah May once again has to pick a side, because that's exactly what Mina had told her. Mina had said all this, like, you can run around here and say that you're my friend and all that stuff, but when it comes to us getting in that squared circle, when we get into that doggone ring at Forbidden Door, you are going to have to pick a side, which is true. And that's where I am on this matchup. I have absolutely no idea where it's going. I'll give you a prediction when that time comes, but as of right now, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if Tony is going to lose. I don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can genuinely happen, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, Stokely, Willow, listen, they got all kind of crazy beef going on with them, man. Like I said, it's a beef that's not involving the story, that's not involving the championship. Because a lot of people, all people want, you know, can they build something that's not involving the championship? And as of right now, what's getting ready to come up, these two are going to be ready to face each other to see who's going to make it further on in the women's side of the On Card Cup. And I'm going with Chris to win. I'm going with Chris because Willow won last year. So it don't make no sense for her to beat her again. So I'm going with Chris to beat Willow. What else they had? That was somewhat. They give a rat's. The worst thing on the whole show is the doggone learning the true crap, man. And it just, I feel bad for Private Party, and I definitely feel bad for my main man, Bounty Keith. I feel bad because this stuff is just, it's lame. It's terrible. It's garbage. I'm like, what is, like, Tony, this is not, tell Chris, this is not working. I know Chris don't give it, and I know they doing it on purpose. They are purposely every week trying to make, they trying their best to make sure that this is the worst segment week in, week out. They don't give a dang. They jiggity don't give a crap. I'm just trying to tell y'all, it's sad, man. It's real sad, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is on that, y'all. It is what it is. What else that happened that was somewhat of irrelevance? Oh, okay. I hated the Acclaim versus the Young Bucks eliminator match. The most important thing about this was the beginning. Young Bucks and them is out there. Here come the Acclaim. And you got my man on the mic. He finna start rapping, and then Okada cut it. Okada cut it, messing around in the back. Okada did. He turned Okada into a clown, y'all. He turned that food into a clown. But it's entertaining. I'll give him that. You know, they turned that food. They turned his mic off. They said, "No, we ain't getting no platinum Mac garbage rap. No. But they won. Which, again, these are stupid. I hate eliminator matches. They are dumb. Tony, please stop having eliminator matches, bro. It's retarded. Man, I feel like he do the same crap every time we going into a pay-per-view. I'm like, bro, these matches are a waste of time. I hate them, man. Like I said, I got on WWE's case for always doing rematches and then say, hey, we're going to do the match at the pay-per-view. What kind of sense you think I'm going to give you props and say that this is a fantastic booking decision to book the match before the pay-per-view? It's retarded. It's stupid. That's why I fast forward. I'm like, I'm not watching it. I fast forward the matchup. Just fast forward. That's why I tell y'all all the time, watching pro wrestling live on TV, a lot of times, it's really not good. It's basically a waste. What you do, you just wait till the whole show is done. In my case, I was out driving. I come back, I fast forward all the bull jive. I don't have time for it. I just watch the important crap. That's it. I look and see who won the match, and that's all. But I'm not finna sit up here and waste my time watching a match that I know is finna happen at the doggone pay-per-view. No, it's stupid. But for some idiotic reason, this idiot Tony Khan thinks that this is great, and this is, no. This is how people stop watching your product. It's stupid. I don't give a dang what a hardcore AEW head has to say. This is stupid booking. It's dumb. It makes no sense. Then we get to the main event. I believe it's the main event. No, we got Mercedes. Mercedes talked about her opponent, talking about how the young lady she had brought her to face her from last week. Yeah, she was somewhat decent, but she ain't gonna be nothing compared to what you are and all of this, and I'm about to take your championship, which is true, because Mercedes finna mess around and have 2 championships at Forbidden Door. It's a done deal. MJF's opponent, he's going against the Bane cat, and I'm like, it is what it is on that. That's an easy win for MJF, you know. Just, you know, make sure MJF will get on the show. Caulidio versus Pac. Now Caulidio is dealing with hip injury, so this was the qualification match to get it to the Owen Hart, to move up in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Solid matchup. Brian Danielson was on doggone commentary, and Pac got the win, got the upset victory. Everybody and their mama went crazy out there. I think they was in Atlanta. I think that's where it was at. I think they was somewhere. They was in Georgia. I don't know what part of Georgia they was in, but they was in Georgia. Decent crowd, decent. Yeah, and that's basically it. That was basically how the show went off there. You know, I kind of wish we had a to be continued factor, because that's the name of the game. You want to get people, you know, invested in what's finna pop off, you know, next. You know, but like I said, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, like there's certain things that I would have done, like Swerve and them would have been the final. That would have been it. Like I would have had them. That would have been the final part of the show. I would have had them be it, and then that's how we go on. You know, I would have done that, but you know, TK opens the show with a match, closes the show with a match. He does not know how to get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you can always close the show with a match, but you got to have that to be continued factor. It's the one thing that he definitely does better, is they do know how to get that to be continued. Like sometimes they don't do it all the time. But as of late, especially with the Uncle Howdy crap, you got the to be continued factor. That's what pro wrestling is. Get people talking. So like, okay, why am I coming back to watch the show next week? The to be continued factor is the #1 thing pro wrestling keeps it going. It's the, I gotta come back next week. Why do I come back next week? You gotta make me to come back next week. You gotta get me to care. And for some idiotic reason, sometimes Tony Khan cares. A lot of times Tony Khan just don't give a damn, because he know that he got the hardcore niche audience that's gonna keep watching regardless. And that's sad. That's sad that you don't really want to try to expand your audience. You're so caught up on the fact that the niche audience is all you care about. And that's sad. You know, it's very sad, man. I'm like, you got to get cats to give a crap about what you're doing. The to be continued factor. Listen, if I was a promoter, I would make sure I'm coming in on some to be continued stuff, and I'm going off on some to be continued stuff. That's just me. I'm doing that every weekend, week out, all the dang time. And I'm getting some help. Because I'm not finna try to sit up here and try to do, this fool is trying to book 5 hours worth of television. Let's see, you got Dynamite is 2 hours. Rampage is an hour. Collision is 2 hours. And then Garbage Ring of Honor. That's over. Because Ring of Honor be like 2-3 hours long if you watch that doggone stream or whatever. This fool is booking dang near 8 hours worth of wrestling TV content week in and week out by itself. You is insane. You gonna drive yourself nuts trying to do that. It's crazy. This fool is crazy as heck. And football season around the corner. So I'm like, bro, you got to get yourself some help. You got to get some help, man. You got to get some help. That's the name of the game. But we 1 week away from Forbidden Door. I'm like, it is what it is. I ain't got nothing else to say, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the comment section up. Tell me what y'all thought about Dynamite. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And make sure you hit that like button. And I'll see y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.